Okay, so let's go down our list for number 7. Step number 1, do I need to distribute? Is there any parentheses? No, cross it out. Step number 2, do I need to combine like terms? That means, do I need to combine these two? No, they're different. Do I need to combine these two? No, they're different. Step number 3, move the smallest variable. Move variable. Do I have a variable on both sides? I have an x here and I have an x on the other side. That's what I'm talking about when I'm telling you to move the smallest variable. We cannot have the variable on both sides. So you take the smallest one, which is the 2x, okay? And you move it to the other side. So the only way to move a variable is to add or subtract it. So how do I get rid of a positive 2x? You don't add it, because if I add 2x here, that's going to give me 4x. You have to subtract 2x so that it cancels it, and then subtract 2x on the other side. Okay? So what is 5x minus 2x? 3x. So now I have 3x minus 4 equals, bring this down, that's a positive 6. So check, I did number 3, and now it's time for C do, just like we did earlier. C do. Okay? What do you see happening with your x? ¿Qué está pasando con la x? It's multiplying. Look, they're together. So it's multiplying by 3. And what else is happening to it? It's subtracting 4. Okay? So now you do the opposite, starting from the bottom up. The opposite of subtraction is to add 4. So right here I'm going to take my minus 4 and I'm going to add 4 to both sides. Add 4 to both sides. That gives you what? 10. 6 plus 4 is 10. Equals, bring this down, 3x. Okay, the last step is to do what? Divide by 3. So I'm going to divide this by 3. It cancels. Divide this by 3. Put it in the calculator. 10 divided by 3. 10 divided by 3. Look for that answer on your sheet. Look for that answer on the bottom in the back page. Do you see that somewhere? No, because it's a fraction. So what do I have to do to this? You do math, enter, enter, and it gives you the fraction back. Is that answer on your sheet? Go look at the back page on the bottom. Those are your answers. Look for 10 over 3. Is it there? Yes. So go ahead and cross it out because that's one of your answers. 10 over 3 is the answer here. Okay? Problem number 8. Problem number 8. Draw your line. Step number 1, distribute. Is there anything for me to distribute? Yeah, there's 2 things for me to distribute, so I'm going to do that. Distribute here and here. That means multiply. We're multiplying. And distribute here and here. You have to multiply. So get ready with your calculator. We're going to start multiplying. What's 2 times 3? 2 por 3. 6. 2 times negative 1x. So in the calculator, all you do is 2 times negative 1. That gives you negative 2, and don't forget your x. Okay? On the other side, 16 times x. 16x. And 16 times 1, positive 16. Distributing is done. Don't forget your equal sign. Okay, step number 2, combine like terms. CLT, combine like terms. Is there anything for me to combine over here on the left? Do they look alike? No. Do these two look alike? No, even though they're both 16s, one has an x and one doesn't, so that they're not like terms. So I'm not doing that part. Step number 3, move the smallest variable. Yes, because I have an x on the left side and I have an x on the right side. So which one of those two is the smallest variable? The negative 2x. I need you to circle it. Circle the minus, okay, because it means it's a negative. How do you get rid of a negative 2x? You add 2x. And on the other side, you're going to add it to the other x. So right here where you see the x, you're going to add 2x to it. The one on the left cancels. That's what we wanted. If it doesn't cancel, you did it wrong, okay? That means you need to do the opposite of it. And then right here, what's 16x plus 2x? 18x. Bring everything else down. That plus 16 comes down. The equal sign comes down. And that 6 on the left side comes down. And now all you have to do is see do. So I did this one. Step number 4 is see do. Okay, so what's happening with my x? It's multiplying by 18. What else is happening to the x? They added 16. So what are you going to get rid of first? The 16. So how am I going to get rid of it? Subtract 16. And then I'm going to divide by 18. So subtract first and then divide. Minus 16. Put that in the calculator. 6 minus 16. 6 minus 16 is a negative 10. Equals, bring this down, 18x. Divide by 18 on both sides. The x is on the right side equal to whatever that is. So put it in the calculator, and more than likely you're going to have to do math enter, enter. Once you do that, go find your answer in the back. I'm not going to give you the answer. I need you to find it. So you need to divide. En la calculadora, dividan, divide, and do math enter, enter with your final answer.
Okay, so if we do each of our steps, right, the first one is distribute. So what can we distribute? And? Right, so we can distribute the 3, or we can distribute the 3 and the 4, okay? So when we do that, what do we have? What does our equation look like? (3x minus 6), okay? And then what? (8), right? But we still have to bring down the 7. So don't forget to bring down your 7, okay? And then your equal sign. And then you can go to the other side of your equation and distribute again, okay? So then it would be 8 minus 4x. Good job, guys. Okay? Now, can we combine anything? All right? Our next step is combining. Can we combine something? No? Look on the left side of your equation. Can we combine anything on this side? Right. So you can combine that negative 6 and the 7, right? So what would our equation look like? What's our new equation? 3x. So you have a negative 6 plus 7. Put it in your calculator right now. What did you get? Right. So plus 1. Right? Can we combine anything on the right side? We can. Can you combine 8 minus 4x? No. So then we just bring it down. Okay? So now we have to move our smallest variable, right? Which one is our smallest variable? I can't spell. Okay? What is 3x smaller than negative 4x? Right. So we're going to move our negative 4x to the other side. Okay? So then what do we have? 7x, and you have to make sure you bring everything else down. Okay? So you're bringing down the plus 1 and the equal sign, right, because it equals negative 8. Okay? Now what's our next step? Yes, you have to change the 1, but your next step is C-do, right? So if you do C-do, what's the first thing that's happening to the x? It's being multiplied, right? It's being multiplied by 7. And what's the opposite of multiplication? Division, right? So you would divide by 7. And then, what's the next thing that happens to our x? Right, it's being added by 1. And what's the opposite of addition? Subtraction, right? So, what's the first thing we're going to do if we go from C-do from the bottom to the top? Right, we're going to subtract our 1, right? Subtract your 1 from both sides of your equation. Okay? Your 1s will cancel. And then what are you left with? 7x. Don't forget your equal sign. Equals what? Right, it equals 7 because you're doing 8 minus 1 is 7. Okay? And then what did we say to do next after we subtracted 1? Right, all you have to do is divide by 7. And then what's 7 divided by 7, ladies and gentlemen? What? Put it in your calculator. What's 7 divided by 7? 1. So what does your x equal? Right. Your x equals 1.